I feel like I have a never-ending supply of Blackburn beers, and I'm totally cool with that. What's up, everybody? It's the Ginger Yeti, and I'm checking in from the road. So on the Amonklok tour, we had a day off in Niagara Falls, Ontario, the Canadian Niagara Falls, and Shane from Shane's Craft Beer Reviews was kind enough to pick me up, took me back to his house. His wife made us food. Then we went to Blackburn Beer Company. And at Blackburn Beer Company, a bunch of the guys came out, met up with us, hung out. Paul and Ray from the Alkanauts were there. Chris from Off the 10th was there. They brought some friends with them, the wives, whatever. It was a great time. And while we were there, I went over to their beer coolers to pick out some beers. And one of the bartenders came up to see if I needed help. Excuse me. And I said, look, man, I've had these couple of beers, but after that, just put together what you think would be the best beers in this cooler. And so he did that. Then he also picked out like 3 other beers from other breweries. But one of the beers that he picked out for me was a beer that I was going to try at the brewery, but then he picked it out for me, and I decided that I'd wait till now to drink it. So the beer I have today on offer is the Portage Porter, or maybe in Canada it's Portage Porter, from Blackburn Beer Company. It's allegedly 5% ABV. It is, that's what the can says. Untapped is correct there. Untapped says it's 25 IBUs. And it is, here's the color here, wow. Here is the can here. It's like, looks like the Canadian Rockies or the Canadian wilderness and a river and all this. Really like an outdoorsy type scene, really cool scene there. And if you don't know what a portage or portage is, it's like when you're out traveling through waterways and you have to cross a small little bit of land. So you have to go through a portage to get across a little bit of land to get back in the water. So on the can here, besides that awesome artwork of just like nature and, I just realized it's actually somebody portaging a canoe. I don't know if you can see that right there, but the guy is actually like carrying a canoe over land. That's really cool that they even put that in there. I can remember as a kid going up in the boundary waters of Canada, canoeing into Canada, canoeing backpacking into Canada through the boundary waters, and we had to do a few portages or portages. And it's a lot of work actually, like carry a canoe half mile, kilometer, whatever, across land back to the next waterway. But it's a fun time. I don't know why I'm going off that tangent now. Let's get back to the beer. This is about beer, not my travels as a child. On the can here, it does say smoky, sweet, smooth. Brewed by Blackburn, Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada, 2020. 473 milliliter, 5% ABV. Get my flashlight out so I can see in this awful hotel lighting. Independent craft brewery, proudly brewed in Canada. Porter, with every sip it calls to the restless spirit. Subtle hints of smoke and the nostalgic sweetness of Tootsie Rolls tease the senses, while its smooth and approachable body prepares you for whatever journey lies ahead. Wherever your path takes you, this brew is your perfect companion. All right. Cool. I hope it's a really good beer. I've been speaking highly of Blackburn a lot lately, and I did pick this up at the brewery, so I would assume it's fresh. But again, I've been on this, and I'm keep going with it. There's no date on the can. Oh, I lied. Strike that, reverse it, back that truck up. Packaged November 17th, 2025. So there is a packaging date on there. And I'm glad they said packaged on, not instead of just putting the date, they put packaged on. Kudos to you for doing that. Thank you. That's going to be my new thing where I'm just going to constantly rail breweries for not putting their dates on there, I think. And since it's a porter, being 6-7 months old, that's not a big deal. So let's get this on into the iconic plastic cup here. I'm excited to try this porter. Haven't had a porter in a while. On Untapped, this gets a 3.71 with 207 check-ins. Beer Advocate, there was no score. Glug glug, get that just kind of hard pouring that in there. Get that in the iconic plastic cup. Man. Even when I first opened it, I was getting these roasty, charry scents. Yeah, just like smoky char. Yeah, there's definitely some like smoky, like char in there, like campfire cinders almost. Maybe a little bit of bittersweet chocolate on the nose. That's definitely got like a charred smokiness, like charred meat kind of smell. Not that the smell is very strong overall. I mean, it was like a big pop of it at first, but now it's kind of getting a little more subtle. And that's, in this hotel lighting, like a black. Wow, that's like a deep, dark eclipse black. I mean, almost, I can see the flashlight through it barely. But that's like a dark black beer, brownish black beer, with like a chocolatey, chocolate milk kind of head to it. I'm excited to try this. I haven't had a porter in a while. I'm really happy to have a porter tonight. Cheers, everybody. Medium bodied. Smoky, char, chocolatey. A little bit of like bitter chocolate on the back end. Yeah, like bitter chocolate, char, like that little bit of like char on burnt meat, kind of char kind of flavor. Maybe some burnt caramel. There's a little bit of smokiness to it, but it's not as smoky as a Rauchbier. And it finishes with some like semi-sweet to bitter chocolate. On the front of the palate, there's almost a wisp of like a chocolate milk flavor. Like when it first touches my tongue, it's almost like a chocolate milk flavor. Then it immediately goes into that bitter chocolate and char and smoky flavor, and then finishes with like a bitter chocolate and almost a tinge of hop bitterness on the back end. But there's this weird, like, weird's not a good word for that, but there's this kind of almost milk chocolate or chocolate milk sweetness that hits the tip of the tongue and then you pick up once in a while. But overall, this is delicious. This is a really nice porter. I really like this porter. And I think I'm going to use my new kind of weird rating for this one. This is going to get 1.5 horns up. It's better than two. It's better than 1 horns up. Not quite 2 horns up, but it's that in between. I mean, this is a tasty beer. I would definitely buy it again. No idea what I paid for it. I mean, again, I was drinking with a bunch of people, and it was just thrown on my tab. No idea what I paid for it, but I'm sure it was worth the money, whatever it was. If you ever get to Niagara Falls, make the short trip to Blackburn Beer Company. It's an awesome brewery. Their food looked really good. I didn't eat there, but their food looked really good. They have a great beer selection. All their beers were really good. I wasn't disappointed by any of them. Haven't been disappointed by any of them yet. They have a nice to-go beer selection. I did screw up and meant to buy a t-shirt or something and totally forgot to do that like a dummy. Have to do that next time I'm up there. But go check out Blackburn Beer Company. Thank you all for checking out my channel. I really appreciate it. Go check out Shane's Craft Beer Reviews, Chris from Off the 10th, and Ray and Paul from the Alkanauts. Go check them all out. If I remember when I'm editing the video, I'll make sure to link them all down below in the description. And as always, embrace the adventure.